How many boxes do you reckon you tick tonight, Ken?
Oh, I don't know, a few. I think pretty good over the course of the whole night, bar the second quarter where the Bulldogs got a little bit of a go on, but we're pretty dominant in some key stats that we like to look at, so it was a pretty pleasing result. Obviously 20 goals 12 is really pleasing. Maybe gave up one or two that we would prefer not to.
You're seeing what could be possible with that group that you've now assembled, particularly with that midfield mix?
Yeah, look, I'm not sure, Rich. I think we're still building. I think we're still trying to figure it out. We've got still a lot of this bit of new is still in our team, isn't there? And we're working our way through that. You know, even Homsch is sort of new again initially because he's missed a fair bit of footy in the last 12 months. So we are certainly still trying to figure it out.
Are you happy the rain didn't come?
Yeah, well, I was just saying to Daniel, I'd built the ark with the forecast that was out there, so I wasn't sure what we were expecting tonight, but luckily enough I don't need to sleep in the ark tonight.
Ken, Todd Marshall, obviously a tough period for him to come back and play, and for the crowd to give him minutes of applause at the 13-minute mark of the first quarter. How emotional and good was that?
Yeah, no, that's what football is. Football's a great community. We all understand that, and we see it time and time again. And from our point of view, this week we've seen it for Toddy, and everyone was really pleased for him. I reckon his teammates were busting for him to get one. They were sitting there waiting almost, and he missed a couple that he'd normally get. So it's a great result for us to have him back playing football. Great result for his family that they get some moments to smile. Great result for his mum and dad, who I'm sure are looking down from above, pretty proud of their boy.
How was he sort of leading into tonight? Was he pretty excited to be back out playing football? Yeah,
he was really keen to get back. You could just sense in the last couple of weeks that Toddy was ready. Because he got a good whack in a sample game, which probably would have put him out for an extra week, but he was desperate to play last week at Central so he could push his case to get ready to play this game.
He hasn't lost his sharpness, has he?
No, he's a good player.
Just read
he's just a good player. He's just a really smart footballer. He's got football IP that's at the highest level, and I think he'll become a significant player for our footy club over a long period of time.
And Lindsay Thomas, obviously second game, first win as a power player, and he kicked his first goal as well. Tough month for him, but I thought he was terrific in his team play and the role he played within the side. Yeah,
I think he showed tonight that he's actually going to offer a bit in more than just backup support. I think we're pretty keen with his last 3 games in the sample. He's done some really good stuff, and he's selfless. His want to help make the team better is obvious, even at the level underneath. And it's when people are on edge, it's not a bad thing, is it? It's desperate to do well. He wants to represent his family well, wants to play for Port Adelaide for longer than just a little while.
When you brought him to push that team role part of him, obviously he gave out a couple tonight. Well, is it North Melbourne? He might have had a shot.
Yeah, well, I think again he's in a different space just at the moment himself. He's trying to make every moment last for longer. And I think that's really important, and at the moment he's doing really well. So hopefully for his sake and our sake he continues to do that.
When you brought him across last year, did you think he'd be in a backup role, or do you think, given obviously his body of work in North Melbourne over a long time, that he could contribute like this?
Oh, we were hopeful. We weren't. The main part of Lindsay was to come and give us some support in case we lost one or two, but also to help educate young players. Some young players playing sample football. If that was what he was going to do, that was a good thing. A bit like Jack Trengove, Trent McKenzie, those type of people. We think we went and got the right type of people to come in and help young people develop. And if they play well enough themselves, and so far all of them have been playing well themselves, so it's a bonus.
And Chad Wingard, the midfielder. Two games in a row, really strong performances from him.
He's getting hard to keep out of there, isn't he? From my point of view, I'd still like to see him go into the forward line, and because I just know we all know what Chad can do, but we're really pleased with his response. But again, I said last week, he's 4 out of his last 5 now have been really strong games of football.
What should you make of 8 and 4 from here? That's a base. What should it become from here on?
Who knows? All we know is we've got a great challenge next Friday night, and against a very, very good team. Melbourne are going to be one of those teams that are fighting off at the top of the ladder, I reckon. So for us to come here and really test ourselves out the best we possibly can, give ourselves a great opportunity next week, that's all I care about.
In terms of their confidence levels, where do you think they've developed in the past 6 weeks? What's the past 6 weeks given them?
Look, I said last week, Rich, and I reckon it's the same. When we play a certain way, that starts around contested possession, and I think that's really important for us. And we just need to stay really unconditional in the way we play. The game throws up different things at you, but you just want to be really consistent about how you go about things. And I think there's what we talk about a bit is that just stay unconditional, do what the team needs, and you're going to win some. Hopefully, you're going to win more than you lose, but you may even still lose some games. But you at least got a way that you want to play.
Did you get to enjoy that first quarter, particularly when they started throwing the ball around and creating space and run?
I wish I could enjoy the game when you coach, but you don't. It would be nice, but it just doesn't happen. I don't think, even when you're winning well or losing bad, it's the same game. It's till it's finished, till the siren's gone at the end. That's the only time you get to really enjoy it.
But do you think you'll enjoy watching it? You're seeing that they're getting back to what we remember Port Adelaide can do when they can create time and space and run on an opposition?
Yeah, they're doing their absolute best to be as good as they can possibly be. I'm proud of them from that point of view, and but I expect that they'll come out next week and play the same style of football and against a quality opposition, and hopefully we can fill the ground up next week and get them all here and see two really good sides go at it.
Did your heart go in the mouth a little bit when Paddy Ryder seemed to sort of clutch his leg at one point there? I think it might have been third quarter. Yeah,
no, not really, because we seen sort of what happened, the kick in the shin and sort of stuff, and that was. If it had been kicked in his Achilles, I might have been a bit different, but because it wasn't in his Achilles, I was okay.
Ken, what did you make of the 4-umpire system?
Yeah, I didn't notice it, which is probably the good thing. I didn't notice extras out there. I didn't. I think the free kick count was reasonably high, though. I'm not sure. But again, it didn't feel like a game where there was anything that was outrageous in the free kicks. So probably with 4 umpires, you're going to have a few more free kicks paid, I reckon, because that's what another set of eyes will do. So I think that's possible that you may have more free kicks, but from my point of view, I thought it was unnoticeable, which I think is good for the game.
They seem to pick up
a bad thing if you have more free kicks with the 4th umpire.
No, it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing if the free kicks are there, because we want the game played within the rules.
Did you notice it was better for Charlie Dixon?
Early, he got a couple, I think, didn't he? Early, I reckon. I can't quite remember, but yeah, no, I think. But anyone, it's not just our team. I think if you play within the rules, you get rewarded, and if you go outside them, you cop what comes.
He seems to have had a rougher ride when there were 3 umpires, though, didn't he?
Yeah, look, I don't know, Rich. I don't get mixed up in that too much. I think you just keep turning up and keep trying.
It seemed to be either 50, though, like obviously with those 4 umpires, you had one in each 50, and I think Ed Richards got a couple there in the second quarter where, they led to goals, and obviously, as Rich alluded to, Charlie got a couple as well against Jackson.
Yeah, as long as they're there, I don't have a problem. I think that's as I said, the rules are the rules, and if you play within them, you should, and if you go outside them, you should pay a price. Sometimes maybe it'll put people a bit more on edge in those positions on the ground that you just got to be a little bit more cautious.
Pulled up okay injury-wise? Obviously better than the Dogs would have, I would imagine. Injury-wise, you pulled up okay?
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone's okay. We'll wait and see. Darcy had a little bit of an awareness in his hamstring, but I don't think it was anything significant. He played the whole game out, but you're never quite sure.
What are you going to do with the Ark then?
I won't have to sleep in it because the weather didn't get as bad, did I? I can take all the animals off. The panda.
Matthew Broadbent hasn't played a game this year through injury. Where's he at? I know he's been running.
He's ready.
He's ready to play?
Nearly ready, yeah. He'll play after the Sandford bye, all things being equal.
Okay, so there's still a good chance he could have a meeting for a while in your year?
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that with Brogsy. We know he's a pretty good player, so we've been really patient. Yep. We've got a game Sunday and then there's a bye, and the plan has always been that he will play directly after the bye in the Sandford, and obviously he'll take a good month of football to hopefully get himself back into some shape, but that gives us a great opportunity for the final 6+ weeks of the season.